Hi guys, in this video we are going to talk about 7 mistakes a agency make while choosing a right outsourcing vendor. If you're working with a white label service provider and you're facing these problems regularly, like he's not able to deliver work on time, he's running away with your money with a half done project, and you always have to chase him to get regular updates and status. They're not able to understand your requirements and they are not coming on calls on time, and you always face trust issues with them, like they contact your clients directly and break trust. There is no one single point of contact, and whenever you try to contact them you have to communicate the same issue to different other support providers. So if you are facing these problems, then you are making these 7 mistakes, and we'll tell you how to resolve these, and after that you'll be able to cut your cost and increase your profits if you choose a right outsourcing or white label provider for your company. Hi, I'm Rahul Parashar from Credify Solution Private Limited. So let's start with number 1. You are not doing their thorough background check and you are just going by what they are saying. So they can say like they have worked with n number of clients and they have delivered like X number of projects and they have been working with numerous agencies, and you are going by what they are saying and you are not validating. So how to validate? So to validate, you can ask them, are they on any freelancing website? Now they must be on some freelancing website, and you should go on to that freelancing website and check their reviews and the number of clients they have worked with. So on freelancing website, the reviews cannot be bought, but if you are going by Facebook or Google reviews, they can be bought and they can be manipulated. So you can't go by just Facebook and Google reviews. On freelancing website, if they have worked with 100 plus clients, they cannot buy those clients. So all reviews on freelancing websites are genuine. Now, what if they don't have any freelancing profile? Like 90% of the vendors, they definitely have a freelancing profile. If they don't have, you need to ask them a couple of agencies references and make sure you contact them and check them how they have been working and how long they have been working with them, and get their feedback from them. Now the second mistake that you're doing is paying them via bank transfer. So if you're paying them via bank transfer and if they run away with your money with a half done project, there is no way you can chase them, because across the countries there are different terms and conditions and rules and regulations, so you'll not be able to chase and get your money back. So how to make sure that your money will be secured? So always pay them via escrow account. All freelancing websites have escrow account, or if you don't want to go with the freelance platform, you can choose to pay them via PayPal. Both PayPal and freelancing website had good buyer security, and you can even ask for refund if they are running away with a half done project and they're not delivering your project. So in PayPal, there is a 6-month buyer protection, and within 6 months you can ask for refund if they have not done the job properly. The third thing is you're not testing their professionalism. You might be testing their IQ, you might be testing their technical skills, but it's very important that you test their professionalism as well. So how to test the professionalism? Schedule call with them twice or thrice in a week before giving them a project. And if they are making on call on time, then definitely they are professional and they'll be able to deliver your project on time. So this is one way of testing their professionalism. And also when you are on call with them, make sure you are doing a video call, so that you can check how comfortable and how confident they are. Are they able to understand your requirements? Are they able to convey what you are saying? Are they documenting? I'll come on to that documentation part in the last step, but make sure that, whatever you have discussed, are they giving you some sort of a MOM of what all have been discussed? So these things can be checked, and you can make sure when you give them project, your project will be delivered, and it will be definitely will done on time. So you have to test their professionalism. Now the fourth thing is you need to have their all contact details. Now what all contact details you need? You need their phone number, you need their Skype ID, you need their email ID, you need their WhatsApp number, and you need their secondary email. So what is secondary email? It's a kind of a backup email. They should have some sort of a backup person. If you're working with one point of contact, if it's a small company and you're working with a one person, then you need to have some secondary person. If that particular primary person is unavailable, so in case of emergency, you can reach out to that secondary person as well. So make sure you are getting all those contact details before starting to work with them. Now the fifth mistake that you're doing is you're not checking if they're working from a dedicated location and they have some sort of a schedule or not. Now I'm not against any freelancer or anyone or any team who is working from remote locations. They can deliver your project on time. But if you're working with a dedicated team who is working from a dedicated office with some sort of a schedule they have, then obviously they will be able to deliver your project on time, and they will make sure that no deadlines is missed and your project runs pretty smooth. So how to check they are working from a dedicated location? You need to schedule call with them, do video calls, schedule, every alternate day on within 1 or 2 weeks, schedule 2-3 call with them, do video call and check from what particular location are they working, so you'll be able to grasp and you'll be able to understand that they are working from one dedicated office, or do they have some dedicated office or not. You can even interview them, you can ask them this question. If they have multiple offices, then in every call you might see a different office, but you can definitely ask that. Do they have some sort of schedule? Do they have a dedicated office? And a lot of problem that many agencies face while working with third world countries is like a lot of electricity issues are there. So you need to check them. You need to check with them. Do they have some sort of a backup for electricity? So there should not be no excuses of missing deadlines saying that there is no electricity or stuff like that. So that can be made sure when you ensure that they have a dedicated office with a backup electricity. Now the sixth mistake is there is too much time difference between you and your white label service provider. So I'm not saying that you can't work with a US agency cannot work with the Asian country, like someone who is in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, India, or anywhere part in any part of Asia. So there is a lot of 12 to 13 hour of time difference, but you can manage. If you're working on a long-term project, you can schedule call twice a day even. Their morning could be your evening, and your late evening could be their early morning. So there are certain time zones, time slots where you can schedule call with them, and you can connect with them twice a day or even at least once a day if you are working on a long-term project. That can be managed. But if you want your team and their team to work parallelly, then there should not be too much of time difference. There can be some 4 to 5 hours of overlapping time so that both your team are working together. So make sure there is not too much time differences if both of your in-house team and their team want to work together on a certain task. Now the seventh and the most deadly mistake that agency do is they don't check their process. You need to ask them how they work, what is their process. So if they don't have a process, then it's a red signal that you must avoid that particular vendor. So if they don't have a process, your work will be delayed. You have to do lot of back and forth, and your definitely project will be delayed, and your client will definitely be upset with you. So how to check a process? Ask them how they work. Do they have any tool via which they document all the requirements? Do they document comments? Whatever comments that you're giving via mail, or do they have any link or any way, any process via which they can document all those requests that are coming from your client or from you? So if they are not documenting your calls, your review comments, whatever you are reviewing, if they're not putting in some sort of a Word doc or Excel sheet to track those, then it's a red signal that you should avoid that company, because there will be a lot of back and forth. As I said, a lot of comments will be missed, and your client will be very angry on you, and your project definitely will be delayed, and you will have an upset client. So make sure that if they have a process, you should be flexible to adapt to their process, or if you want them to adapt on your process, make sure schedule a call to explain about your process, and they should be flexible enough to adapt to your process. So process is very important for a project to run smoothly. So if you're making sure that you're not doing these 7 mistakes, you can definitely jump your profit, because there are a lot of white label service providers who are selling the packages that you're selling at half or 1/4 or even at 1/10 of the price. If you are in US, you can even work 24/7. If you outsource your work to Asia, you probably have a team who is working when your in-house team is sleeping. So that's a great way of increasing your productivity and the number of projects that you can take on, and increase your profitability. At Credofy, we have a process which starts with discovery, research, and strategy. These 3 phases are very important phase of a project which forms the soul of your website. If you don't do these, then we can't jump directly into wireframes if you don't know anything about client, their problem, their needs, what sort of benefits that we can provide, and what sort of target audience a client have. So without uncovering all these and without knowing competitors and doing SWOT analysis on their competitors, it's very difficult to grab a pen paper and do some sort of wireframe for a client. We do various wireframes and share with the client, and after that we jump into PSD design, and after PSD design we implement that in WordPress. So this is our process, which we have cut short in a very short introduction kind of a manner. We have separate videos for each and every process, mostly on the first three phases that we have talked about, like discovery, research, and strategy. And we'll put all those three videos down below, or there will be I button. You can click and watch those separate videos. We also provide digital marketing services, lead generation, and SEO service. We have helped many clients grow their profit from 20 to 2000%. So you're looking for a white label service provider to raise your profits and reduce your stress. We can be your team. You just have to do the discovery call with your client and share the video recording. We'll take care of doing all the MOM, research, strategy, designing, development. So have a look at a couple of conversion ready design that we have done for our client. So these sort of design, they convert pretty well and brings in a lot of leads for our client. So we can do that sort of design for your clients as well. And we can take care of everything. Like you can see in these design, there are a lot of benefits, USP, problems, and the solutions. And after that, we have explained about what our client do. So that sort of UX and all we do after doing the in-depth study about a client. So we can be your backend team, and we can even provide you a couple of references if you want, and you can talk to them. So just make sure you're not a competitor and stealing our agency. So definitely we can provide, and we can trust that on you, and we can provide one or two references if you need. And we do have a freelancing profile as well. You can check our freelancing profile and see we have worked with over 500 plus clients, and we have over 1000 5-star ratings. We have worked with over 30 plus agencies across the globe in the past 7 years. We'll look forward to working with you. Just shoot us an email and schedule a call with us. We'll get on a call, and we'll look forward to serving you. Take care. Till then, enjoy life.